Okay, am I in the right place? Hello? Hello. I want to tell everybody how much I appreciate the love y'all gave me about my puppy. Means a whole lot. Hey, wee Scottish mom. Means a whole lot. I'm going to share something with y'all. So, for you whippersnappers who are here before anyone else, you get to sit at the front of the class. I'll ding ding in. Island girl, wee Scottish mom. All right, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about, what's up, sassy cats? We're going to be doing a part 2 on the Summer Wells case. But before we do that, I want to show you guys why a missing child case is so important, and the topics that I talk about are so important. Who is texting me? Oh, hold on, class. One of our classmates are going to be late today. Hold on. I don't know what you want me to look at. Okay. Hold on.
Tonight, the Greene County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing woman.
Okay. Thank you, Genevieve. I will get on that, darling. Thank you. Okay. What do you mean, not you? It's important? All right. Hang on. Hang on, babe. Only for you, Genevieve. Hold on. Let me get it transferred to my email. Hold on. Hold on, Genevieve. Hold on, you guys. This is important. Give me 1 second. Okay, class. This is how we roll, because I care so much about things. So, okay, y'all. This is important. And it's okay. We'll get back to what we're doing here in just a second. All right, Genevieve. Genevieve brought this to my attention and says that we need to be aware of this. Sheriff's Department, missing woman last seen on Viking Mountain in Greenville.
Tonight, the Greene County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing woman. Jennifer Elliott was last seen March 22nd on Viking Mountain in Greenville. Authorities say Elliott contacted her mother that day and told her she was stuck on Viking Mountain and needed a ride. Officers searched for her in the surrounding area but did not find her. She has not been seen since. If you have information on her disappearance, you're asked to contact the sheriff's office.
Okay. I'll look into that some more, Genevieve, I promise. And thank you for bringing that to my attention. We definitely need to keep her name out there. And when I'm done with my live today, I will pull up some more information on that. So thank you. Thank you, Genevieve. Greene County, Tennessee, another one missing close to Hawkins County. Let me say this. I would not want to be up in the mountains at all with no assistance by myself. And I'm not saying there ain't good folks out there, but let me tell you this story. I promise, Genevieve, I'm going to look more into her, okay? This right here is why children are close to my heart. This right here. This is my granddaughter,
Hi, Rose.
Ori. She's the one on the white horse. Okay. You working on it? Well, I'll call you, Genevieve.
I like somebody.
That's,
Green light.
I don't know where my ruler's at.
Red light.
Yeah, no.
This is why I care. Over here
Good job. Good job.
is why I care. And I care so much that, and this is just a little story before we start talking about summer. I am a grandmother who, after years of researching horrendous crimes against children missing, want to check into people who are around my grandchildren. So what? I've not heard that. I've not heard that, Sassy Cats. Is that a rumor or is it fact? I haven't heard about that. Are you sure it's not Finds Ryan's Truth? Hey, Stephen. NCTC True Crime. I call him Stephen. Hey, I did get your email too, Stephen. Thank you. Lisa Kleckner, Karen with a C, the Genevieve. Oh, and why you guys do that to me? Because now you know I'm pulling it up right now. I am pulling it up right now. Hey, Auntie M. What am I pulling up? Okay, attempted. Kidnapping. I can't type today. Hey, don't forget, you're allowed to 420 it over here, okay? Don't forget that. You know, I'm not a hypocrite. I am not a hypocrite. Crit. A crit. I'm not a critter. I'm not a critter. Okay. Attempted kidnap at Warrior State Park. And let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Attempted kidnapping at Warrior State Park. We are going to pull it up on the news. I'm not going to pull it up. Let's, we're going to pull up this one. Okay, y'all. There is a, I want to get this. I don't know how much this channel cost, but it's called Unified TV. And I want to check into it. Just to let you guys know that, just because it popped up. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll show you the channel that I'm talking about. Just because it's the commercial before the news things come up. Okay, this is WJHL, but this isn't. This is the commercial for a channel called Unified TV. So here we go, class.
They are being put into buses. They are given certain clothes. Some of them were taken out in boxes. You can call them crates. You can call them caskets of dead people.
Trigger warning.
They were live children in there.
I mean, we could talk about tunnels all we want. The non-believers will say, where's the proof?
When I go into the tunnels, I can't take my phone. And if you're going to do it, the psychopaths will eliminate you.
You guys believe that, right? Where would sick, evil people hide children? Does just anybody decide, hey, we're going to go down in this tunnel? There's psychopaths down in the tunnels. There's a reason they don't like the sunlight.
So some pictures I saw that are real, and I was surprised to see them.
But there are many children down there.
Yes.
Okay, I got to say this. This is my channel. Welcome to my channel. I commentate. If you get a lot of education, that's a thumbs up. I do use fair use. I do commentate on other people's channels. I do my own research a lot. Even though I show you guys other channels' videos, don't think that Remain Calm is just pushing the freaking YouTube button or putting what I want in the YouTube bar to find out some things. I do my own research on everything, okay? I really do. I like to have the facts for real. So this channel is called Unified TV. I will pull it up later and see how much it costs and stuff. Because some people might think this guy's talking out of his behind. This guy's not talking out of his behind. Okay? It's sad, but very true.
But they're not in the main rooms. They're in the hidden rooms within the walls of the tunnels.
I knew that.
Do you have an idea of the number of children that we're talking about?
It's huge. It's numbers you can't comprehend.
Where? This is going to be a weird question because you guys, some of you may have heard about this, some of you may have not. When in Hawaii, when they had the big fire, busloads of children just disappeared. Nobody could find the kids. Now, I don't know if they ever found them, but they were missing. Did y'all ever find the kids? Remain calm question. Just wanted to know. Okay, so.
Well, welcome back.
All right. This is from Warrior State Park. No, that's not it. Dang it, Remain Calm, you goober. Hang on. Dang it, I got to get the Eagles up. I done messed up. I'll find it. I had it. I just pushed the wrong button. Seriously. Oh, it was right in front of me. I am a loser today. My mind has just not been where it should be. So please forgive it's me, class. Hang on. Okay. There you go. Okay, wait a minute. I'll pull it up. I had it and I was like, no, that's not the one. Here we go. No, that's not it either. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait the freak a minute. What the heck? Get off of there. I don't even know what you are. Freak, man. You gotta watch what you pull up on your freaking YouTube or your Google search bar. Was it 5 days ago? Was it the one from 5 days ago? Well, I like it, Genevieve. I don't care if it's conspiracy or not. Some conspiracies remain calm beliefs. I'm just saying. Not all of them. Okay, I don't believe all of them, but some of them I believe. Hey, Sassy Ann. Oh, from 5 days ago. That makes a difference. I thought it just happened. Okay. Let me find it. Let me get to it. 5 days ago. Okay, hold on. Hold on, you little whippersnappers. He was a disabled veteran? He was a disabled veteran? No. This is from 6 days ago. Okay, this is on. My dad was jumped at Warriors Pass this afternoon. He was the only arrest. The Sullivan County Police left my 5-year-old nephew alone at the scene. Is that what you guys are talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Thank you, Sassy Ann, for the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, Law 1976, fair use, allowances are made for criticism. I criticize often. Comments. I commentate a lot. I commentate on my criticisms. Teaching. We're a class. News reporting, research, and educational purposes. And if you are entertained, then some things I talk about, I don't know how you can be, but it's all good. It's all good in this hood. Lisa says she's not sure now. Well, let's listen to this. Okay, we'll listen to it. Maybe.
Woman. Stupid mother. Oh, shit.
He hit a woman.
Ooh, she cussing. Trigger warning.
Oh, God, I'm about to knock his ass out. That's pissing me off.
Oh, my God, they're fighting.
Shit, that's pissing me off.
He hit a woman. He's beating that woman. He beat that woman. He knocked her out. Did you see that?
Look at CJ.
Oh, my gosh.
He knocked that woman out.
He's grabbing that one. That's pit. Oh, God. That's a heart.
Trigger warning.
Look at CJ.
Where's he at?
Right there.
Wow, trigger warning.
He knocked that woman out.
He did. He knocked the
Yeah, I got it on recording.
Okay. Wow. Is that what y'all are talking about? Okay. What happened? Now listen. This is what happened. The man grabbed the little girl by her arm. She has a bruise and handprints. I have to say allegedly. He tried to drag her, told her to come with me. I seen it. I came to him, asked him, why did he grab her like that and who he was. He started yelling at me, going off on me, and then hit me. After he hit me, everybody jumped in to get him off of me. Did anybody need to know anymore? And yes, he had his grandson with him. And yes, he was drinking and had been drinking and driving with the little boy. So if anybody is a VICTIM, it's the two children. And yes, I protected that little girl. And yes, I would do it again in a heartbeat. Sometimes getting knocked out is worth it when it comes to a children. When it comes to children or a child. Genevieve says, Jason Shakura owns the Unified TV channel and produces the movie Sound of Freedom, Operation Underground Railroad. Yes, we talked about that on my channel. I suggested people go watch it. I had heard a lot of criticisms. Hey, Mrs. Colt 45. Thanks for popping in. I know I haven't seen you. Mimi Jean. Mimi Jean. Watch out. She's a machine. Okay. So, anywho, just trying to lighten the load. You know how I do over here. Okay. So that's what happened. So, wow. Wowsy, wowsy. So everybody's going to have their opinion on that. And you know what? I have to say this. I'm glad other people jumped in on that situation because I'm sure that the woman inquiring about that situation was hurt very badly. And I guess the lesson we can kind of take from this is if you see something, I know that we say if you see something, say something, but as you're be on the phone with 911 right away. Be on the phone with 911 right away. As you're walking towards the situation or running towards a situation, try to have the foresight to grab that phone and dial 911. Everything that you say after that point will at least be recorded, right? Oh, Candace's 42nd birthday. She's asking for cash apps. Well, you know, I was going to show you guys something. I was going to, because I'm going to be talking about summer. Okay. And I'm sorry I got sidetracked. And yes, we are going to talk about summer. And, but I want to thank you guys again because some people come into the chat who wasn't here before. You know, there were a lot of people that, you know, showed such kindness when, you know, with Rainey passing away. And that really meant a lot to me because you know what that shows that all of you have is compassion. You all have a compassion that, you know, don't ever lose that compassion for real. Even with people that I just don't talk to or about or anything, I would never wish anything bad on anybody. I wouldn't. And it doesn't matter how some people act on YouTube, online. You really don't know what's going on with them personally. Or they may be going through something that maybe you had been through before. And just, you know, it's just important to have compassion. In my opinion, anyway. So I was going to wait to show this picture. Oh, wait a minute. Come back to me, Eagles. I got to make sure I give them I want to make sure I give them the commercial, y'all, since they allow me to show their Eagles. You know, I talked before about there they are. There's Dawn and Candace. Now, this is on the findsummerwells.com. And, you know, if you look at a picture, I should have pulled up comparison pictures, but everybody knows what Candace looked like when Summer went missing, right? Horrible. Horrible. Candace will be excited. I just learned Mountain Dew started selling a hard version. I have an appearance to keep. Oh, is your appearance needed somewhere? Angela, you better go. I don't even know what pictures are on here. This is a story in the Kingsport Times about speaking up if you have information about a missing person. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I know that all the Sebastian Rogers drama that, you know, everybody's just everywhere wanting to hear all of it. And I'm going to be talking about Sebastian tomorrow. And I have quite a lot to say about that. And I was trying real hard not to get into Sebastian, though. Not knowing the full history of individuals who betrayed the organization, as for what they were organizing and doing, I can't support his material, but I can support friends who want to learn. Well, the bad thing about that is Genevieve, you know, Genevieve's talking about the guy who has the channel Unified, and you know, not everybody in those organizations are good people, right? They're not good people. I haven't looked through this, you guys. That is so pretty. That picture is so pretty. That is so pretty. Thank you, May May. Let me say this. The Sound of Freedom, or Sound of Freedom. It is a movie about children being trafficked. But I think what happened with that movie, and this is just my thoughts on it and my opinion for anyone who has seen it, it was more a story about a man named Tim Ballard, okay? Throughout the movie, things that they showed happening with children absolutely are happening. But I just think that, and I know that they came out and talked about it. Tim Ballard talked about it. Jim Caviezel come out and talked about it. You also have Mira Sorvini, I think I said her last name right, come out and talk about it. And then we have to look at, and, you know, some people may think this is conspiracy or not conspiracy. And some of you people may not even know the names that I'm getting ready to talk about. And Cotton Candy had talked about it. And I was going to do a live on it. I've got a bunch of information pulled up about it. But you have Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. He was involved with, you know, doing things, he wasn't trafficking. He was doing things to help, he wanted to do what he could to help that situation. We had Chris Cornell. Now, Chris Cornell had been in a few bands. He was very, very well-known artist. He also was involved with helping the trafficking issue. So you had him and Chester Bennington, and they were friends. Then Anne Heche. Before Anne Heche passed away, she had actually put out a movie on that very thing, trafficking. She passed away. Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell were both found unalive the exact same way. The exact same way. Now, take it for what it is. I'm not going to get into it any more than that today, but that's a conversation to be had. But, well, I mean, that's your opinion, Genevieve, and, you can feel however you want. I think that that Tim Ballard did do something good. I am not going to take away what that man did as far as trying to do something to help that situation at all. And you know what? I think anybody who even attempts to help that situation, they're a little bit of a hero to me, right? Genevieve, do we have to get into it today? Tony Podesta is Chester's father. Allegedly, he was involved in the Anderchrome. Yeah, we Scottish mom. I promise we'll talk about it, okay? I promise. Okay, so we seen what really happened at the park, right? We seen what really happened at the park. Now, this is what I want you guys to know, okay? We do have names over here, okay? On Remain Calm's channel, guess what? We live the porch life. Let me explain to you the porch life, okay? You all, are welcome on my porch, because the porch life is a place you can go and kick it. Come over and kick it and not worry about anything else. We sit around and we chill out all day. We do that sometimes. Sometimes my lives are 4 hours long, okay? Ganja is our medicine and escape. 420. It's always 420 somewhere, right? And we are the kids your parents warned us about. When we arrive, the party started. Haters wish they could be us, and we just laugh at them. Ha, ha, ha. We will, all of us, be successful one day, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. We have fun, and guess what? We all make better grades than you, with the exception of one. Porch life is the next life. P.S. Not everyone is welcome on our porch. I'm living the porch life, and you are jealous. How about that? Welcome to my porch. All right. Now, okay. And I am going to talk about summer, but I want to talk about something else. I showed my granddaughter riding her horse. I love my grandchildren. I love my daughters. I love my son. Even at 60, if my children did something and I know that they were in the right, or that they didn't do something, I'm going to back them 1,000%. Now, this is what I've always told my kids. If you lie to me, I cannot help you. If you tell me the truth, then I can help you. That's just a fact of life, right? Bottom line, basic fact. If somebody tells you the truth, you can always help them so much better than if they lie. And especially if you get lied to and you find out you got lied to and wasn't told the truth, you get pissed off, right? It pisses you off. It's just like, just tell the truth. So anyhow, my daughter was talking about the guy coming to mow the yard, right? And just it's really freaking weird how this happened. Really weird how this happened. So I said, what's his name? And she told me his name. And I said, well, let's look him up. He's there mowing the grass. That means he's around you and possibly my granddaughter or whatever. You guys wouldn't believe what I found. You're not going to believe what I found. Okay. We're going to pull this. Okay. So I need to tell you a little bit of the story first. Okay. I wasn't going to tell the whole story today. And I'm hoping that this man, his name is Raymond Scott, and I'm hoping that he'll come over and talk on my channel. Hang on. Hold on. Genevieve's thrown me out of whack today. Genevieve, girl. Okay, hang on. There we go. So she looks on Facebook and she said, Mom, I don't understand this. It said something about an RSO. Right? And I was like, wait a minute. So because I'm social media illiterate, I had her send me the link. But anywho, the man that I pulled up, his name is Raymond Scott. Okay. Now I'm going to share Raymond's story. Okay, Raymond, I need to share your story. Which one did I pull up? Hold on, I got to remember. I don't want to show his children's pictures. Okay, hold on. Okay. Raymond Scott. Raymond Scott is a father of 3. And he walked in. Hold on, dang it. I got to find the story now. Okay, I'm done mad at myself. Just give me a minute. Give me a moment, my little whippersnappers. I don't want to show his freaking pictures. Anyhow, Raymond Scott walked in on, shit, a man. Okay, here we go. Okay, y'all see this guy right here, right? His last name is Dowdy. Dennis Wayne Dowdy. So this is the story and how the man that mows my daughter's grass are intertwined with each other. Meet Dennis Dowdy and his long criminal history. Not only is Dennis a registered Tier 3 SCX offender, but he has numerous felony convictions for sexual battery and RAPE, and even more felony counts of violating a protection order. Where did he decide to show up on a Friday? At the Windermere Community Learning Center for the father-daughter dance. This seems like a great place for someone of this caliber to be lurking around. Dennis Wayne Dowdy went to a father-daughter dance. Kind of creepy, right? Luckily, a Good Samaritan named Raymond Scott. Raymond mows my daughter's yard. He's a yard guy, right? I think he's got his own business, but anywho. So luckily, a Good Samaritan, Raymond Scott, recognized Dennis, had a quote unquote nice conversation with him, and escorted him out. Per his comments on another post, he was more than happy to take the misdemeanor assault charge he received for smacking Dennis upside the head. You can come hang out on our porch anytime, Raymond. Huge shout out to Raymond for sticking up for innocent families and children that were subjected to this idiot. Obviously, his family members are of the same character. They saw this other post and decided it would be a good idea to threaten Raymond on social media. They also like using racial slurs. For some reason, they must have forgot that Raymond's a white guy, okay? This is what they said to Raymond. This is Dowdy's family, Dennis Dowdy's family. So Raymond said, I was the guy who escorted him out. If anyone in the community wants to hear the story, I've got video of Dennis Dowdy in the bed with my 12-year-old niece. That's how Raymond recognized him. That's how he recognized him. This is what happened. Raymond got threatened by Dowdy's family. So Jason Dowdy, well, you know, Dennis Dowdy's relative, says to Raymond, it's on my site next time I see you, P-U-S-S-Y, and my racial slur I'm not going to say, going to be looking for you too. So Raymond's like, here's my freaking phone number. You want to mess with me? Here's my phone number. Jason says, don't need to hit your line. Wait till I see you in person. Me or my cousins or my racial slur are going to be looking for you. Someone else said, shouldn't it be on site for somebody called this guy out. Shouldn't it be on site for the child? Chester, the Molester. Just curious, or is it cool to diddle kids in your family? Good thing to say, Nicole. But here he is. Here the guy is. He's got a crap load of charges. So yes, I'm very, so Raymond knew who this guy was. Another example of what is wrong with our system. How do you have someone with this many violent convictions, many of the sexual nature, walking the streets freely and going into our schools? How creepy that this guy would come to a father-daughter dance. Yes, it's just a dance for fathers and daughters. It's just a nice little thing, you know, so fathers and daughters, you know, they get dressed up and, you know. Now, of course, they were saying that Dennis Dowdy was the BICTIM because Raymond gave him a little snack upside his head. But the only way, y'all, it's us. It's us. It's every single person in the world, every neighbor, you know, we all have to make sure that if we see something, say something. But please, if you're out in a public place and you see that someone is very intoxicated, don't approach that person by yourself. Please don't approach them by yourself. And like I said, the minute you see something, hit 911. Because even if it maybe turns out to be nothing, what do you say? Okay, I'm sorry I called. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, that it wasn't something that, you know, 911 was needed. And if a 911 operator gets mad at somebody, you know, because they feel something's going on, they shouldn't get mad about it. I know they get attitudes too. So Raymond, thank you for cutting my daughter's grass. Thumbs up to you, Raymond. And hopefully, maybe we'll get to talk sometime on my channel. I'm not a bad person, Raymond. I swear. I do say the F word sometimes, but I'm pretty laid back. All right, I've been on here 48 minutes. Let's get busy. Sorry for the sidetrack. And like I said, I promise tomorrow we're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers again. He is still missing. If anybody has any relevant information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Just a lot of nonsensical things going on right now around that case. And yeah. And I sat here most of the morning pulling up all kinds of different information on it and, you know, information about what some people are talking about. So we will be talking about Katie's side of the family and etc. So that's tomorrow. So sorry I sidetracked y'all with the story of my daughter's lawnmower guy. But how? I mean, why would that guy even walk in somewhere? I bet he didn't know Raymond was in there. I bet he didn't know Raymond was in there, right? You take that commercial. I'll donate to the Eagles. Donate to the Eagles. Okay. All right. Let's get busy here. Let's pop over here. This article was from July 1st, 2021. We aren't giving up. Tennessee officials vows to find 5-year-old Summer Wells. And I think they did have it in their heart to find Summer. Now, so we started going over the timeline last time, right? And so just the highlight, things that Don got up, he said around 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? He said he left the house anywhere from 7 to 8. So that gave a, hey, Robin. So that left a, that gave him an hour right there from 7 to 8. Well, really, he said he got up at anywhere between 6:30 and 7. He left anywhere between 7 and 8. Maybe he was making the boys read from the Bible before he left. Right? Isn't that what he said? But the boys weren't going to school. So I don't know if that only happened on school days or, yeah. Kind of weird, right? I don't know. It's Don Wells for you. Okay, so then he leaves to go to work, which is a 45-minute drive. We know he drives like a maniac, so hard telling what time he got there. 25, could have been 8:25. But yet, Candace took Grandma to the ER at Holston Valley Medical Center, arriving at around 8 o'clock. Now, I don't think it was... See, we have to remember that it could not have been an actual appointment because Candace is the one who told Grandma that it was looking bad, they better go get it checked, right? So if they just decided that like the night before, I don't know how she could have had an appointment to go into the doctor, right? For real, for real. Okay, wait, I've got the wrong mouse in my hand. Oh, give me my other mouse. I'm sorry, y'all. Did I turn it off? Welcome to my low budget channel. We're all good. We live the porch life over here. Just kicking back, having adult conversation. For real. Okay. I invited Cher to come over and have some conversation, but she must be busy. She never contacted me back. It's all good in this hood. There was another channel creator, and I don't know who she is. I had been sub to her for a long time, but she was talking about, I think Jackie Dobbs' vehicle being in the area and stuff like that, and I don't know. So anyhow, so she took Grandma to the Holston Valley Medical Center, arriving at around 8, not being an actual appointment. No one knows for sure how long she was there. But actually, if she arrived around 8, then, and she called to be picked up, Candace picked up Hunter somewhere 10 to 10:30, right? And it was right after Candace got there that they said Grandma Candy Hare called to be picked up. So, yeah, there's always a half hour to an hour kind of time discrepancy in there. And I do have my Jody Sue text. These are the texts that she put out from that day between her and Andy. I know people think that possibly she was using one of Andy's phones to text herself, saying it was him texting. I don't know if that's true. I am not Jody Sue Brown. I am not Andy Bernard. nor would I want to be in my lifetime, to be honest. I'm just saying. I ain't saying they're bad people, don't like them. I'm just saying they're not my kind of people. All right? That's all I'm saying. So I am actually reading from my writings to let you guys know, okay? These are my writings. This is my timeline as I put it together in the beginning. Because I haven't really touched this for a little bit. I had to walk away from it. So, okay. While Candace waited in the parking lot, she received a call from a 15-year-old family friend named Hunter, or vice versa, because that situation is a he said, she said. Oh, no, she called me. Oh, no, he called me. Well, guess what? I'm sure law enforcement knows exactly which one of them, reached out to who. So, explaining that they were at the hospital waiting for her mother, he asked if they wanted to come over to his home in Kingsport. She told him it had to be okay with his mother, Allison. Now, upon waking Allison up, she said okay to a short visit, telling her grandmother would be arriving and she didn't like Candace, so it would have to be brief. So Allie told Hunter, Grandma's coming, not Mom Sherry, okay? It would actually be Allison's great-grandmother. She did not like Candace. So let's put it like this. If anything ever went to court, oh no, she passed away, didn't she? Oh, rest in peace. I think her name was, what, Cassandra or something? Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that, wee Scottish mom. I got them texts right here. Okay, so Hunter's home was about 5 minutes from the hospital. My question was, what had Candace and Summer been doing for 2 to 2.5 hours before picking up H? Now, let me ask you guys this, just from what we've seen of Candace. Do you think that they just sat there for 2.5 hours? That's a long time to. Now, if Summer was sleeping, maybe they went back to sleep. Okay, I'll give her that. Oh, you're good, Poppy. Right? If she had been drinking the night before and she wasn't in the mood, but I don't know. I don't. Okay, so now another thing that was really strange, okay, was it would have been, wait a minute, I got it, on June 4th. On June 4th, at 3:41 p.m., a text from Hunter to Candace showing that there was a missed video call, and Hunter saying, yo. Candace replies, yo. Hunter says, come visit me. She says, okay, after I get Grandma from the hospital. You guys heard that, right? Candace says, did Grams go with you or stay with Allie? H replies, stays with Allie. She replies, "Oh, okay." So, what's that tell us? Did Grams go with you or stay with Allie? He said, stayed with Allie, which would have meant when they were having this correspondence, where was Hunter at? Where was Hunter at? Right? Because just that conversation says so much. Did Grams go with you or stay with Allie? H says stayed with Allie, which meant Allie and Grams wasn't with Hunter, right? She wants to know if H is alone at home. Well, that depends on where Allie was at. Because we don't know if he was somewhere else or Allie was somewhere else. So she's asking, she wants to know where Grandma's at. She wants to know where Grandma's at, right? She didn't want to mess with Grandma. Candace didn't want to mess with Grandma. Didn't Dawn say he left around 7:30? If that's true, how would the others get up and go to the hospital with a nap? No, Dawn said these are back the very first conversations that he had with Chris McDonough. He told Chris McDonough that he got up anywhere from 6:30 to 7 and left the house anywhere from 7 to 8. Then it takes 45 minutes to get to Jonesboro for him to go to work. But we know that he drives like a maniac. I mean, that's what everybody said, right? So when he went to breakfast too. He went and got his breakfast and could not say what time he got to work. No, that was when Angela, that was the conversation on June 15th. The conversation that I'm talking about took place on July 4th. So you have a conversation that took place on the 4th of June, that is saying Candace and Hunter had a conversation about Candace going wherever Hunter was, right? But Grandma is allegedly at the hospital on June 4th also because Candace says, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. All right. On June 4, 2021 at 3:41 p.m., there was a text from Hunter to Candace showing there was a missed video call and Hunter saying, yo. Candace said, yo. Hunter says, come visit me. She says, okay, after I get Grandma from the hospital. So she had Grandma, she was saying, hey, I'm bringing my mom with me, right? She also wanted to know if Allie's grandmother stayed with Hunter or went with Allie. He said she went with Allie. Candace said, okay. So you can't, I mean, that answers our question about her seeing Hunter alone, because she was saying, I'll come by after I pick Mom up. When Mom comes out of the hospital, I'll come by, is what she's saying, right? Then we have the June 15th correspondence. Okay, let me find myself here, y'all. And I apologize, but you know, I have, every time I talk about this stuff, I have more questions and more questions that it wasn't the 15th, Corey. I'm talking about a conversation from the 4th. From the 4th. So, yeah, whatever she was doing on the 15th, she was doing. I'm talking about on the 4th. Maybe her grandma was in the bathroom with her. Heck, I don't know. $5 p.m.'s a code for one, too? I've never heard 5 p.m. You don't know what 420 is, Hazel? Bless your heart, Hazel. Poppy, it's not a cigarette. Well, it is a cigarette. It's like a cigarette, honey. Don't worry about it, Hazel. You don't need to know. Okay? You are good over here. No, 5 for have a drink. Yes, the dry run on the 4th, Lisa Kleckner. That's what people questioned, was the 4th and the 15th. Now, I know people absolutely, people absolutely was trying to put it together, the 4th and the 15th, and it being a dry run. And Hazel said she don't think we should smoke in class. That's why we turn our cameras off, Hazel. Left-handed cigarettes. That's a good one. Flies. Flies. Flies on the coastlaw. Flies on the coastlaw. I told her I was going to come take care of her. She'd be throwing me out the door. She's like, bitch, get out of my house. Oh, you're in the corner? Oh, you ain't in the corner, Poppy. Nobody's in the corner today. Believe me. This stuff is, it's so hard to make sense of it, because every time you talk about something, there's more questions than anything. Okay. So that was on the 4th. Now, we also learned that Candace would show up at Allison's mother, her name was Sherry's house, and to see the kids, to see Allison's kids. But a lot of times she hoped Allie was there, allegedly, so she could talk to her. Candace seemed to miss her friend after the falling out they had in October of 2020. Like I said, she'd show up to Sherry's house to see and talk to Allison's kids. Allison allowing this, right? Now, Allie and her had a big falling out. But Allison said that what transpired between her and Candace wasn't the kid's fault. And that Hunter and True loved Summer like a little sister. Candace said she treated Allison kids like her own and would take them places, saying Allison never did anything with them and she felt sorry for them. Now, I mean, we can get into that whole thing. Yeah, Robin, that's what somebody said, that Candace was asking for cash apps for her birthday. Let me ask you this. Did Candace say, cash app me money for my birthday? Or did the creator that she was on say, it's Candace's birthday? Cowhorn, cowbell, cowhorn. Yeah, because that's what I hear. It's like, I'm sorry, Candace asked. Candace. Dang, girl. Ooh. I wonder if she's jelly of Seth. Candace, you can't be jealous. You got enough money. Girl, I'm just saying. Oh, Poppy's is on the 15th. Well, girl, come over. We'll have a party for you. Oh, Candace asked. It's on her community wall. She said it works for others, so she's trying it. Really? Really? Whatever, Candace. How many birthdays have you had, Candace, since Summer went missing? Not fucking one, okay? More than one. You know how it is. Stop it. Oh, Lisa's birthday was last week. Mine's in December. You can drop me one early. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so here we go. So basically, what I've said so far, because I shouldn't have 420 it, she has it every month, sounds like. Good one, Stephen. Yep. No, it's like more than that. Robin said, I told her we all wish TBI would give her a bracelet. Happy birthday, Lisa Kleckner. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I don't know if I can get any higher. Happy birthday, Lisa Kleckner. Happy belated birthday to you. Sorry, couldn't get that high today. I've been crying for days. I'm surprised I can even freaking talk. Okay, so Don said he treated Hunter like a son because the issues Hunter had was with his father. And we all know about that. All right. And, you know, I'm sorry, but I think any child who Andrew Hiltz is their father is going to have problems with their dad. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Now, Candace came to pick Hunter up between 10 and 10:30 a.m., and thus began the contradictions. Hunter stating that she changed Summer into her swimming suit at his house, even describing her little tank top and shorts. Candace said Summer was already in her swimsuit. Why would you have a different story about not putting a child in a swimsuit and putting a child in a swimsuit? Right? For real. Hey, Tinky Tink. Excuse me. I am feeling better. I feel better the last couple of times I've got to come on here and just talk to you guys and keep my mind off of it. It's really sad. It broke my heart. People in the vet's office thought I was crazy. I was crying. But she's in a better place now. I think we're supposed to get her back on Saturday or Monday, I'm sure. So, because we got her cremated. Okay, so why would that be a big problem, right? Why would that be a big problem? Whether Summer was already in her swimsuit or not. So then that is another he said, she said. Okay, no, you're good, Tinky Tink. Thank you so much. Thank you. Why would that of all things, why would that turn into a he said, she said? What would have made the difference if Summer was in her suit or not in her swimsuit? Yeah, I did that, Corey, with my white German Shepherd. I miss him so bad too. I gotta pull up some more pictures of my dogs. They were all beautiful. Okay, so we've got Dawn getting up between 6:37, leaving for work from 7 to 8, but cannot tell us what time he got to work. Okay, can't tell us that. We got Candace having grandma at the hospital at 8 o'clock. We've got her arriving between anywhere 10:30 to Hunter's house, to Allison's house. And then automatically she didn't put a bathing suit on, or she did put a bathing suit on. And I'll say it one more time. Why would that have mattered? Why would that have mattered? I don't understand that. But then again, that would mean there's a change of clothes out there somewhere, right? That's what that would mean. That there is a set of clothes out there that has not been shown, is exactly what that means. Because it's not been mentioned. If she had a little shirt and shorts on when she got there and Candace changed her, where are those clothes? Where are those? Because we only know about the sweatsuit. I call it a sweatsuit. Right? So that in itself turns into a question there. Why would that even, why? Why? Let me tell you, I don't have money to get Hunter to come over here and talk to me, but I would love to have a real conversation with him. But, he's pretty much came out. I've got his interview when he was on his dad's. I just hadn't played it. But he basically came out and told us that Candace's kids wore clean clothes. He didn't say anything off the wall, really. I'll go back and listen to it again. I can pull it up. If anybody really wants to hear it, but I don't think Andrew would strike me for it. And Hunter's 18 now, right? Well, see, that's what I wondered too. Because, and thank you, Genevieve, for reminding me about this, because I talked about it before. Even though it got 80 degrees or whatever that day, I would think that the morning time, it would have been pretty chilly out. That's true, Corey. Almost every question in Summer's case just leads to more questions. But I've definitely talked about that before, it being very, very cool out that morning. Candace said she knew it was going to get hot that day, is what she said. But I guess I've got a question too. Well, and I hate to say this, but what did Summer have on when you had to put her bathing suit on that morning, Candace? And I'm sure she had on little pajamas, but Don was asked where Candace would have changed Summer out of the swimsuit. He said, I think Brenda's vehicle. He didn't know. What I remember him saying about clothes was that Candace kept extra clothes in the Suburban, is what he said. The Suburban. And that Grandma Candy Hair kept fishing poles and stuff like that. So we've all changed kids in cars, right? We've all changed kids' clothes in cars. The lakes and rivers here are filled from mountain streams. The water would have been cold. Yeah, I'm sure. But then again, you guys got to remember, when you were little, did you care if the water was cold? Right? Poppy said, I don't think that she organized to bring a change of clothes. Well, she says that the plan wasn't to go to the swim hole. I call it the swim hole, you guys. Right? But, I remember getting in some cold butt water when I was younger. For real. And we know that when Summer got out of that water, she was cold. She slept in the swimsuit, wore shorts with them. They just took the shorts off and went swimming. Well, I asked that too, Corey, because, I was like, did she sleep in her bathing suit? And look, the thing about that is, I ain't going to say that's not unnormal for a child, because, there are kids who, they love their swimsuits. But, I know a lot of people think the question I'm asking are stupid questions. I'm not saying my subs and stuff, but I can guarantee you other people are like, she needs to shut up. But, I just, maybe the questions that I ask aren't relevant to anything. But why? It shouldn't have been a big deal. It shouldn't have been a big deal. So that's why I remember what Dawn was talking about, right? I think if I remember correctly, he was basically saying that that's when he was talking about the extra clothes being in the Suburban and the fishing poles and stuff in Grandma's car, because they mentioned that that was the only thing that Grandma Candy Hair had in her truck for Summer to put on, because she had bought it for her for school. And I know a lot of people would probably say that that didn't make sense, but it does kind of make sense. But where the contradiction comes in is the fact that Hunter says that she put Summer in that bathing suit at his house, which means that Summer would have had an extra set of clothes. She would have had an extra set of clothes. So why would that be a big deal? I think that sometimes too, Poppy, that maybe she picked up Grandma and took them all home. No, I don't. What do you mean? Oh, you mean Summer was at the house? Yeah, it came from a yard sale, from my understanding. But, I get it's kind of irrelevant where she bought it at. I mean, okay, so when asked about the boys, she says they work with Dawn, is what Hunter said. Now, I don't know how to say this, but someone else said that Dawn did have the boys that work with him. I don't know if that's true or not. And I don't want to say who told me, because that's just not right of me to do that. But I don't know if that's true or not. I think that if that is true, I don't know. I still want to know what happened that whole morning. Because don't forget, Fred said he seen Dawn that morning around 9 o'clock, right? I don't think did he say two oldest boys or two of the boys? I would have to go back and listen to that. Okay. Fred said he seen Dawn come back around 9. Did Dawn have the boys? And see, what throws everything off is Dawn saying he didn't know what time he got to work. What if Dawn... See, it's all contradictory. Yeah, Candace said no in, no out. Oh, he names them on the Chris McDonough interview, Corey. Yeah, I mean, if that was stated, and look, the sad thing, let me turn my camera back on. The sad thing about Hunter, and this is my opinion, I don't know if it's true, but Andrew, his father, said that his suggestion to his son was if he didn't want to, basically, if he didn't want to tell the truth, then if he didn't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. I mean, that whole situation was whack. I think I've commented on it somewhere. And I'm sorry, you guys. I've been trying real hard to title my titles and my descriptions and stay with it. And a lot of times when I end my live, I go back through and fix my description or anything like that to always try to give credit where credit is due, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, Candace said no in and no out. Or Lisa, are you saying that Candace said the boys were with Dawn herself? It is all lies. It is all lies. Okay, so let me see where I'm at. So these are points you guys just remember, okay? From the time that Dawn got up, time, that he allegedly went to work, what he said he did. He didn't know what time he got to work. There is a correspondence between Candace and Hunter on June the 4th. That kind of mirrors the conversation that they had, correspondence on June 15th. Seems that Grandma was at the hospital both times. Can that be I mean, we'll never know, right? We'll never know. Okay. Fred says she picked Hunter up between 10:30. The phone call to pick Grandma Candy Hair up came within minutes of her getting there, from what they were saying. So I'm getting down into the timeline. We'll get there, I promise. Hunter saying she changed Summer. She said she didn't. Hunter saying that Dawn had a couple of the boys at work with him. And this is interesting because don't forget, if Dawn had the boys, he would have had to take them back. Why would he take them back at 9 o'clock? This is the thing. If Fred is saying Dawn, he's seen the Dawn with the boys at 9 o'clock, okay, then, okay, I forgot what I was going to say. How would Dawn leave the house at 8 o'clock to drive, even if he drove like a maniac and it took him 25 minutes, and get something to eat, and he's back by 9 o'clock with the boys? Right? Then he could have turned around and went right back to work, because guess what? Don doesn't know what time he got at work. JLR, did you go to Burger King? Did you go to Burger King and ask them if Don Wells had come through the drive-thru that morning? He was there on a daily basis. I'm sure they could have told you, and I'm sure that we would know if he had the boys in the truck. I'm just saying, right? Unless they left at 9. A possibility. Okay, let me find where I'm at. But this is my opinion in my writings, okay? But Fred Hill stating that Don had been there around 9, me personally was not sure whether to believe him because of his math use and possibly being up for a couple days. Right? Getting days mixed up. Yeah, how far would he gotten an hour? I mean, he would have had to went and he would have had to got something to eat and turn around and drove back. And we know he said himself that he got pulled over on the way home from Utah, okay, when he thought Candace was doing the nasty with Jose, and he was driving erratically. He was driving very fast. He had the oldest boy in the car. Would he drive like that with his kids in the car? I would say the possibility of that is very high. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we got to take that into consideration, right? So, oh Lord. Did Fred mistake what day it was? Candace saying they were going fishing, and with Hunter wanting to get out of the house to spend time with Summer. You see the quote, with Summer. Fuck, I lost myself. You guys. I get really passionate when I talk about Summer's case. So I apologize, okay? But I get very passionate. Okay. So Allison, if I remember correctly, was told they were going to go fishing. But anyhow, just to go on with my writings, now, this is what basically was going down, Candace says, right? That Hunter wanted to get out for the day, and Candace said they were going fishing, and Candace gave in and said, okay. But says she hesitated at first. She said she hesitated taking him at first. Why would she? That was her buddy. Why would she hesitate taking him? Right? Why? I mean, the whole time, and this is just a fact in my mind, Candace, Dawn, and Grandma all tried to make Candace seem like she was this perfect mother. And that was their downfall, because I didn't see it that way. Dawn sat there and talked about Candace's friends and knowing the wrong people. Did anybody listen to what he said? Do you think that he was talking about Allie and them? I don't. I think that, and this is just my opinion, that she did know the wrong people. You also have to remember, I mean, her actions showed us all that Candace seemed to need friends, right? She needed friends. And when Allie left that day, Candace couldn't understand it. But let me tell you what's weird. Because obviously the statement, chicks with wankers, was said. Allison and Candace both said that. They both said that. So Jose must have been comfortable enough in that house to be saying things like that to probably more than 2 women in that house at the time. I'm sure Grandma was there. And we don't know who else was there either. Okay, let me get back to this. I'm getting off track. Okay. So he wanted to get out of the house. Candace said she hesitated about letting him go, but she said okay. Summer was excited to go fishing and swimming, loving the outdoors. She was the epitome of a tomboy and a girly girl rolled into one. Being at Hunter's house for what is described as 10 minutes. So she says that they were only at Hunter's for 10 minutes. So within 10 minutes, they're having a conversation about going fishing. And Candace put Summer in her swimsuit. And Grandma calls. I wonder if they had a conversation about Candace hooking him up with a twisted tea and some vapes. Right? For real. I'm sure that conversation was had. Okay. So she was there about 10 minutes. Grandma called, wanted to be picked up. Okay. So leaving Allison's, Hunter hopped in the front seat for the 5 minutes to the hospital. And then, upon picking up Grandma Candace, who received a shot for pain and a prescription for an anti-inflammatory. Now, people are saying the anti-inflammatory could have been pain medication. I'm going to say I don't know. And I know that Benny Keys had made a statement that he's seen a bottle on the table with the date June 15th that was for pain medication. I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know. only because of the statement that Grandma made. She said they gave me something to keep the swelling and stuff down. And to me, I thought more along the lines of anti-inflammatories. Now, even if it was an anti-inflammatory, what everybody needs to, well, a lot of people don't think about it, but an anti-inflammatory can be used to cut math with. So they cut in the anti-inflammatory with the math. So that was interesting to me when I researched that. And because of what Fred Hill was doing. And let me say this, for Fred Hill manufacturing math, how come that dude didn't get more time? How come he didn't get more time? He didn't do much time. Okay, so back on track. I apologize, you guys. I keep getting off track. Hunter said he began to reorganize items in the back seat to have room to sit beside Summer. Going to the smoke shop for cigarettes and a twisted tea for her mom. Then the hippie house for nicotine vapes. And let me say this. I don't know about anybody else, but I wouldn't want a twisted tea for freaking breakfast because nobody asked her if she ate before she went to the hospital, right? Well, Corey, I think he's more in the them boys. I don't think he's in the good old boys club. I think he's in them boys. You got the good old boys, and then you got them boys. He's in the them boys. BK said that, and Kathy too. That would be ibuprofen. Yeah, it would be ibuprofen. That's just like people cutting Coca-Cola with baby laxatives. Okay. Where am I? Okay, then they went to the hippie house for nicotine patches. Candace said they were Skittles because that's the kind she likes and the only kind she will buy. She said she put the 3 vapes she purchased on the console of the truck. Hunter asked if he could have one, and she told him no. I don't believe that. I think that's Candace again, just trying to keep herself out of trouble. And I don't know if somebody's going to arrest somebody for a freaking nicotine vape, right? And unfortunately, there was a crap load of twisted tea cans out at the swim hole. So I don't think law enforcement wanted to go pick up all those cans just to see if it had Hunter's DNA on it. because I think a lot of things. But anyhow, let's get back. So she was at Hunter's for 10 minutes. Grandma called. They went and picked her up. Whatever she got, whatever. They go get the nicotine vape. She puts it on the console. She tells him no. They headed toward Walgreen on Fort Henry Drive. There's always been a discussion on why she went to that Walgreens. But I can say this. If it was pain medication, that possibly was the only pharmacy that had them at that time. I mean, even in my state, there's a lot of states that pain medication, they run out of it quick. He was on probation as a minor at Big No Vapes and Alcohol. Well, the problem was there was no way they could prove it. The only way that they could even prove that he had that stuff in his system was if he was given a drug test. And then the Twisted Tea's only 5% alcohol. So, and even if he tested positive for nicotine vapes, right? That didn't mean she was the one who gave it to him. Because I'm sure that he got what he wanted from wherever he had to get it from. So, okay, so they went through the drive-through. They waited for 10 to 15 minutes, and then they dropped off the script. They was told it would be 35-minute wait. Okay. That's typical, right? In Tennessee, you have to have a designated pharmacy. Well, you do, Robin, but if one pharmacy does not have your pain medicine, your doctor has to call it into the other pharmacy. So is that what you mean, designated pharmacy? Because if the pharmacy does not have your medicine, then you have to get back a hold of your doctor and have them send the prescription over to whatever other pharmacy that, right? Yeah, the hospital had a pharmacy. Yeah. Hazel said, I think they went to shops to try to be on camera to support their nonsense story. Oh, I don't know. That would have been a lot of work for them to even find out what had. Well, no, I guess you can find out who's got camera and stuff. Okay. So while they waited, they decided to take summer swimming to a close location, Warriors Path State Park, near the horse stables, which was 15 minutes from Walgreens. And I describe Warriors State Park. I'm not going to make you guys listen to that. So Candace, being familiar with the area, said she would take Summer and the boys there often to swim and fish. It being a private location, she felt at ease knowing they wouldn't be bothered with other people, stating with the Rona, it just wasn't safe for the kids to be around other kids at the time. Candace, being a private person, stating she sticks with her family, and that's about it. That's what she said. Arriving at the swim hole, she got out of the truck and opened the door of the vehicle, which was a double door. Okay, you guys know what double doors are, right? I'm sorry, Hazel. Yes. From my understanding, Summer was caught on video or camera. The water hole was probably lovely, full of horse crap. Well, I mean, if you look at the trash that was all around there, those cans and stuff, you know, I would hope that they're on land, laying everywhere, and not in the water. Right? That's what I don't understand. Why? Because when Candace did her interview on the news, she talked about the place having trash all over the place. She's so private that she invites guys home from the store. Do you remember who said that? Did Allison tell us that, Island Girl? Did Allison tell us that? I wonder if Allison was staying with her when that happened. And the only reason I asked that is because it was stated that Allison was the one who was like, come on, Jose. Jose stayed there because Allison. And he decided that he was going to move up to Candace. And why not? Candace was the one sitting on 11.5 acres. Nobody going to tell me Jose didn't have dreams of grandeur. Right? I'm just saying. Okay, Summer eagerly got out the truck, ran down to the water. Being an energetic little kid, she couldn't contain her excitement. Candace having to tell her to wait until she got her stuff so they could go together. Right? Can y'all see that happening? Summer being excited and wanting to run down and get in the water or run to the edge of the water. So, yeah, I can see Candace having to say, Summer, wait. I think Jose was boss on most things. No, I think he said a couple things that I can believe. I think they all have said a few things I can believe, right? Okay, so this was odd. Hunter got out of the truck and headed towards the woods. One could guess he had to go to the bathroom, was taking a private call, or maybe to drink his twisted tea. Twisted tea is an alcoholic beverage having a 5% ABV and is a minor. And if caught, Candace could be charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Now, I think Candace tried to COA the twisted tea stuff. Right? All right. She said she didn't know if Hunter took one of the vapes or if he drank the twisted tea, which I don't believe that. But that is something she would have known, especially if she got it for her mom. Now, I heard Grandma didn't drink. Anybody else hear that? Grandma didn't drink. I heard that. I'm not sure, though. I don't know. I really don't. I'm not her. I don't know if she drinks or not. Oh, yeah. Well, she partied with Jose, didn't she? I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Okay, so it would have been noticed if Hunter drank that twisted tea. She would have known it. She also would have known if he took one of the vapes. To discredit Hunter and the twisted tea scenario, she made sure in interviews to speak of the trash that was around the swimming hole and the empty twisted tea cans laying around. Why would you let any child swim in that environment? Escorting her mom down the path, holding her arm as she used her cane, it was a pretty good ways to the water's edge, especially for someone who had just left the hospital and had received a pain shot for her knee. When asked what time they may have arrived, she states that she doesn't keep track of time. Candace says she wakes up, does stuff with the kids, then goes to bed. All right, we're going to stop for a minute there. All right, y'all. Let's discuss what I've covered so far. And I do have on my watch later list, I've got something that I was going to show y'all too. I do love this picture though. She's a beautiful girl. There's no way Grandis walked down that hill with a hurt knee. Well, don't forget she just got a pain shot. And like I said, I mean, I don't know if I would want alcohol. I mean, Candace acts like they didn't have anything to drink till they went to the get slushies, right? Property not in Candace's name, though. How many years were they married, Katie Ann? How many years were they married and how many kids did they have together? Not if it was IV Island, girl. She got a shot. They gave her a shot. So, yeah, they gave her a pain shot. They started working right away. And usually in a ER setting, if you get pain medicine, they make you wait for a little while. They make you wait for a little while. But this bothers me right here. This picture right here bothers me. I mean, Candace does look totally different. She looks totally different. She got the love of a life, right? Got the love of a life. All right, let me see where I'm going here. We're going to go back to the birds for a minute. Uh-oh. All right, hang on a minute. I'm going to stop screen for a minute. Stop sharing. I don't know. Here lately, it's been messing up. I'm going to have to sit and figure all this stuff out. We must have better meds in the U.S. Girl, you got the same meds we do. You know it. You knows it, girl. Yeah. Yep. Seems that way, right? Happy she's getting all the donations. Huh. All right. Let's go ahead and take those off. I'm getting rid of some of my tabs, you guys. All right. I want to show you guys I'm using this under fair use. Let me find it. Hang on, I gotta find it. I believe this is it. Okay, hang on. I hope I hadn't played this. This is Green Eyes, y'all. You guys can go over and check out Green Eyes if you want. And yes, I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a minute. All right, here we go. This is Jody. This is like I said, this is a clip from Green Eyes. So just to let you guys know that. All right, Jody Brown.
Monster thinks Candace and Dawn have murdered Summer. He also thinks they were essaying her. It's cool though, right? They're gonna hang out that day. Good times. Good times.
Oh, Jody.
You got Bride of Frankenstein over here putting her name in on phones around me, because that's generally what a cheating lady does who's targeting her children. As Summer Rain, that's a little fucking weird, don't you think? I don't know. Just, it gets weird. These people, it's a whole freaking circus. And I hate the whole damn circus.
Huh.
I have since day one, as I watched Dudley be targeted and Fred and others, and
Okay. Wait, stop. Sorry, I'm low budget. That's actually not the one I wanted. That's when she accused Andy. Oh, here we go. This is the one I wanted. Thank you, Flies, for the copyright disclaimer. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Okay. This is the one I wanted you guys to hear. Are you ready for this? All right. Hold on. It's a commercial. Okay, wait. Where'd it go? Here we go. This is Jody Sue. Green Eyes. Green Eyes got Jody Sue. Go over and you want to see some stuff on Jody Sue? You can go over to Green Eyes.
Parents are not involved. If you were there, you'd understand. Either way, the comments.
If you were there, you'd understand, is what she says. Okay.
In 3 seconds on that constraint pissed me off so bad that I'm on fire. But I'm going to temper my tongue and I'm not going to say much. It's pointless anyway. People are going to believe what they want to believe. Summer is loved, cared for. Neighborhood loves her, cares for her.
Neighborhood loves her and cares for her. Remember this. Remember these words, because I'm about to show you why she is a walking contradiction.
Her parents and brothers love her, We all want her home.
We all want her home. She's speaking on behalf of the neighborhood at this point.
Feels a little empty without hearing her little giggles today.
Really? Really? This is why people get upset with Jody. Because that's not what she's saying now.
Feels empty without hearing her giggles.
And, and her playing at the top of her head.
Metagenics.
Oh, wait, we got a commercial. Hold on, whippersnappers. I got you. Hold on. Oh, wait. How did that fucking end? Ah. I had more than that. Why did that do that? Why did you do that to me? Oh, maybe that was it. That's Tragedy Pimp Exposed talking about Ziggy. I got so much shit. So she basically cleared them. Is what she did. Why?
I don't.
Monster thinks
But then
Candace
she
and Dawn
says
have murdered Summer. He also
Then she
thinks they
says
were
this.
essaying her.
Hey,
Cool
Crystal.
though, right? They're gonna hang out that day.
Hey,
Good
Sonia.
times. Good.
So she went back on the giving them substances that would sedate the little girls to be touched. Why would she say that? Oh, yes, it's Ziggy Hill now. How could I have forgotten? Thank you, Hazel, for reminding me.
You got Bride of Frankenstein over here putting her name in and phones around me because that's generally
Bride of Frankenstein. I wonder when she did this live because that's awful funny. So I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know.
what a cheating lady does who's targeting her children. As Summer Rain.
A cheating lady does who's targeting her children. Who's she talking about?
That's a little fucking weird, don't you think? I don't know.
Is she talking about Summer dancing in the rain? That is fucking weird. I agree with you, Jody, on that.
Just, it gets weird. These people, it's a whole freaking circus. And I hate the whole damn circus. I have since day one. As I watched Dudley be targeted and Fred and others and
Yeah, they did do that. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. No, StreamYard is not a sponsor. I'd probably be the last person on earth that StreamYard would sponsor. It's not that she cleared them, but I think that where the problem came in was when she says Candace asked her to change her story, right? But absolutely, that video of Summer dancing in front of that barrel, I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't know. A lot of people are uncomfortable with it. And somewhere, Ernie Shell tells us exactly what the color of that barrel and what the for sale actually means that's written on that barrel, and even talks about the meaning of summer dancing in the rain and her head being shaved. Now, is Ernie a weird duck? Absolutely. But I don't know. Don't know. So I guess what comes back to, I have the times and the text that Jody Sue first put out on that day. Okay. All right, this one's got all my notes on it. She looked coached. No, that video didn't have any sound, Poppy. It was just summer. Well, no, it did have some audio. And I believe it was where Candace was telling her how to dance or something. It was weird. Okay. So I was going to tell you guys this timeline when I got to it. Okay, we do know that. All right, hang on, y'all. All right, I hate to do this, but we're going back to my writings because I want to do this timeline. Wrong mouse. I want to do this timeline with Candace's timeline. Okay, so here we go. I was going to stop with my writings, but okay, so the horse stables was about 15 minutes from Walgreens. Candace said she was a private person, that she would take the kids there so there wouldn't, there was music in it. Was there music in it? Heard Jose say on the video that he taped it. I cannot find it though. I don't know. I would have to look. I'll have to look. Because I don't remember. I don't remember that. Hang on a minute, you guys. Okay, sorry, y'all. Remember, I thought why they would brag about that when it was a creepy video of Summer being. Let me see if I can find it. Is that on? Here, I'll find it. Hold on. Here it is. Give me a. Okay, you guys, this is from Evil Exist. Ugh. They're talking so loud, it's driving me crazy. Okay, this is the Red Barrel video. Here we go.
In front of the red barrel with the for sale on it has been scrutinized so many times. Most of us find this video highly alarming, since it's a real possibility that Summer may have been sold or given to someone to cover a drug debt. I believe that's a real and scary possibility. As hard as it is to think about, familial trafficking is the most common form of trafficking in eastern Tennessee. Now, keeping that in mind and looking at the barrel video, alarm bells start going off like crazy in my mind. Could it really be a coincidence that Summer is dancing in front of that red barrel with a for sale sign just days
I need
before
the
she is
original
reported missing?
video.
Also, keep in mind that the red barrel remains the focus in this video. At least it is my opinion. The focus is the barrel with the for sale sign, and every time Summer drifts too far away from the barrel, she is motioned to come back to where the barrel is in focus again. Watch the video, and it's pretty interesting how she is motioned back. If we look at the bigger picture, and everything Dawn has said, regarding Summer being in a hotel room, being beaten or essay, it all fits into this theory perfectly.
Trigger warning, and I've been saying this for how long, you guys? Thank you, Hazel. Come back anytime. Right?
Could it really be a coincidence? Or is he throwing everyone off? The fact that Candace used the word lured off the property is another huge red flag for me. It's harder to prove this, if it's what happened, because it won't be Dawn and Candace alone. There will be so many role players who have obviously done things like this before. They are experienced. Therefore, it is much harder to get proof and find little Summer.
Now, did you guys see how she just walked right across those rocks like it was nothing? She was dancing on them rocks. Let me see if I can pull it up on TikTok. But I just want you guys to watch her. Watch how she's just going across them rocks. She's not even tiptoeing. She is stepping right on those things. Let me see if I can find the original. Okay, hold on. She is not worried about stepping on anything. And there's pebbles on that piece of wood. Okay, I'm going to try to find it on TikTok, you guys. Okay, wait. We want the original. Oh my God, there's so many, y'all. Let me see. What song was it? Do you guys know? I don't know if I can pull it up. Ugh. Mm-mm. I'm not going to look for it today, you guys. I'll be on here forever. I've already been on here for quite a while. Yeah, I never thought it was a big deal. I never thought that Summer not wearing shoes was a big deal. I mean, a lot of us walked around barefoot all the time, right? And of course, the way that she was just running through those rocks and stuff, yeah, her little feet were probably definitely calloused for sure. So, but I would love to know the song that was playing. But you guys got to remember, Candace didn't care, in my opinion, if she listened to anything that was inappropriate for the kids or not. I don't think she really cared, right? And at 5 years old, I mean, you know, like I said in my writing, The Appalachian Princess, I really believe that Summer heard the music and loved the beat of it. And maybe even if she knew the words, did she even comprehend what was being said, right? Okay, so, okay, I'm going to try to do this a little quick. We talked about the environment, the watering hole environment. When asked what time they may have arrived, she doesn't keep track of time. She does stuff with the kids and then she goes to bed. She said the water wasn't deep, so Summer would stick her little face in the water and jump around, as Candace would say, like a normal kid in the water, splashing and having a good time. While Candace and her mom were enjoying the wildflowers, Hunter reappeared from the woods. Going in the water with Summer, he began to splash her and was told to stop, that Summer didn't like that. She decided to do a TikTok of Summer enjoying herself, which was timed at 12:21. Turning toward Hunter, he began to throw up gang signs, so she quickly turned the camera back to Summer, trying to ignore him and his actions. Why wasn't Grandma Candace in the TikTok, right? In the TikTok. Just a question, right? Just a question. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. So, Candace had mentioned to her mom that it was illegal to pick flowers at the state park, and Candace wasn't going to get in trouble for something like that, which is true. It's illegal to cut flowers, pull flowers, whatever, at state parks. You can get in big trouble. So, Grandma Candy Hare didn't want Summer to get her seat wet in the truck. And with Summer being cold from the lake water, they decided to put her in the only clothes they had available. Is that the location where she changed Summer's clothes? Do we even really know her? I'm assuming she took her swimsuit off, right? I'm assuming that. And then put on the sweatsuit, as I call it. And she says the only reason she was in a sweatsuit was because that's the only clothes they had. Right? So Grandma didn't want Summer to get her seat wet. So they changed her clothes. Then they headed back the 15 minutes to Walgreens. She was in the new outfit she had gotten for school, a pretty pink sweatsuit with pink pants and a top. They had her sit on a pillow. Now, the pillow just kind of poof disappeared. I don't think they knew where the pillow went. Was it the pillow a big deal, or was it not a big deal? I mean, because we've got people, you guys, that are actually playing he said, she said, and saying just off the wall stuff, like Allie saying that Candace would urinate on that pillow. Why would anybody carry a pillow around in their car that somebody's peed on? I don't know, y'all. Okay, so let's get in the meat and potatoes out of it. No matter how hot it is, Candace would always roll the window down. She did not like air conditioning. They picked the prescription up. They headed to Sonic. I'm not going to go into the details of that today. Then they went to the grocery store, which was a 12-minute ride from Walgreens. Okay? We know they went to the store. The things they got at the store reminded me of like WIC vouchers. Now, it was said that the reason Candace left the boys at home was to clean the house because CPS was going to come the next day. But you have to remember who said that. Allie said it. And how would Allie know that? Right? If Allie and Candace weren't talking and she wasn't talking to Candace, how would Allie know that? You know, people claimed, I don't know if it's true, but basically the relationship between Allison and Candace turned into a CPS ordeal. Well, I don't think it's a big mystery, Corey. I don't think the jogging suit is a big mystery. I just don't understand what the big deal is about clothes the whole freaking day. From the get-go, the clothes situation is so questionable, and why. That should be the last thing that anybody has to ask them, people, is what was she wearing? It shouldn't be a big deal to say, hey, I changed her at Allison's house. So why would Hunter say something like that? I mean, why would you make something like that up? And why would you deny something like that? Because they didn't, right? They allegedly did not know that they were going to go swimming that day. So what would make sense to you guys that when they talked about going fishing or something like that, you know, that would be the time that let's put Summer swimsuit on and she can play around while we're fishing, right? They're, from the beginning, people have just taken, they've made a big deal out of stuff that shouldn't be a big deal. Changing at Hunter's would make more sense than wearing a swimsuit to the ER. Well, for not planning on going swimming, she sure allegedly picked something that was convenient to go swimming, right? And I'm sorry, I don't care how hot it's going to be outside. My child's going to be at least in shorts and a shirt. I have a hard time believing that Candace sat in that parking lot for over 2.5 hours. That's quite a time. Hang on a minute. Okay, sorry, Chatties. Why make a big deal out of something like that? That, you know, that sends your mind wandering in so many different directions. That's why I don't think S was at the ER with them. You have to wonder. Because I'd wondered that too. I wondered if Candace took Grandma home and left again. They say she left the hill twice, but has law enforcement themselves come out and said she left the hill twice? I don't think I've heard them say that, right? Did it come from law enforcement's mouth that they believe she left the hill twice? Now, we've been told that she was seen at a gas station. And I don't think everybody's got a reason to lie in Summer's case. Right? Okay, so they made her sit on a pillow, but yet it was weird to me because Hunter got in the water too. You think it was reported by the news lady? Thank you, Flies. I will get it right now. Oh, it's not on there, babe. There's nothing there, sweetie. Honey child, there ain't nothing there. So Candace basically said that no matter how hot it was, she would always tell Candace she was cold and have her roll up the windows. But yet you put her in a bathing suit because it's going to be hot that day. So you had her in the car with the windows rolled up because you said, Candace, that you didn't like the air conditioning and you would leave the windows down. So they went to Walgreens, they went to Sonic, they went to the grocery store. Of course, we know they were in there longer than 5 minutes. Some of the things that she picked up sounds like maybe she had a WIC voucher. But the boys being left at home to clean the house that day was said, I'm almost 1,000% sure, by Allison. Right? Also, Hunter noticed Summer's head shaved and didn't even ask about it. Isn't that weird? Yeah, Sonia, yeah. She didn't, Candace is the one didn't like the air conditioner. I got it. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Okay. We're going to listen to this one. Hold on, lady. Let me get it over here. Okay, hang on. Here we go. All the kids were asleep or playing their games, she said. Oh, okay. So it's just got music to it. Okay, hold on. I better not play that. So yeah, she said she left him asleep. You guys couldn't even guesstimate the amount of people who want this little girl found so bad. So bad. It's the original screen. They just put music over it. Yeah, that's so sad. Okay, so it was said that it was only that was the music. Okay, well, let's hear the music. Let me turn the speed down. All right, we're gonna listen to this music, you guys. I'm so dumb, Flies. What would I do without you, sister? Sister from another mister. Okay, I turned it down. Are you guys ready? It's gonna go slow. Okay. So, do you guys find, oh, I don't have it on. Ah. All right. What I'm going to do here is we're going to pull up that song. Country Girl. I'm going to tell you what it is. I know it's 4:20 time. Damn. Okay, it's called Country Girl, Shake It For Me. Luke Bryan sings it. All right, here we go. I'm going to tell you guys the words. And I cannot sing it. But I'll show you guys the words. Hold on. Go on now. Oh, you know you got everybody looking. That's okay. Wait a minute. Here we go. Got a little boom in my big truck. Gonna open up the doors and turn it up. Gonna stomp my boots in the Georgia mud. Gonna watch you make me fall in love. Get up on the hood of my daddy's tractor. Up on the toolbox, it doesn't matter. Down on the tailgate, girl, I can't wait to watch you do your thing. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky trucks. For what? 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 No, it's Luke Bryan, it says. Okay, wait. They both got a song called Country Girl? Okay, wait. Let me pull up Jason Aldean. Damn it. Okay. Well, that song was not good for a little girl either. Okay, Jason Aldean. What's it called? What's it called? Do y'all know? Country Girl is, oh, She's Country. How about She's Country? Oh, Shake It For Me? No, that's not it. The Shake It For Me is Luke Bryan. We've got She's Country. All right. All right. Wait a minute. Let me go back to, hang on. Original sound, Amy Presley. Okay, wait. Original sound. Okay, that's not it. Hold on, I'll find it. No, that's not it. Lord help me. Jeez. It's She's Country. Right here. Okay, here, I got it. Jason Aldean. She's Country. Lord, Jason. Jason Aldean, I apologize. I apologize, Jason. All right, let me pull it up. All right, we're going to slow it down. And we're going to listen to it. Well, we can't listen to it. But it says, you boys ever meet a real country girl? Oh, I need to speed it up. You boys ever meet a real country girl? I'm talking true blue out in the woods, down home country. Out in the woods, down home country. Down, 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 down. Let me do it normal. Getting on my nerves. Oh my God, no. She's a hot little number in her pickup truck. Daddy's sweet money done jacked it up. No freaking way. No way. She's a party all-nighter from South Carolina. a bad mama jama from down in Alabama. She's a raging Cajun, lunatic from Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swing and walk. Brother, she's all. Is this it? Country from her cowboy boots to her down home roots, she's country. You know, it's really weird because Reverend Donna Serafina mentioned Summer having a little pair of boots. You guys remember that? I can't remember what kind of boots, but she said little boots. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's why she's country. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's the way she was born and raised. She ain't afraid to stay country. Brother, she's country. A hell raising sugar when the sun goes down. Mama taught her how to rip up the town. Honey dripping girly from the holler in Kentucky. Get y'all flippin', kinda trippy, like a Mississippi hippie. She's a Kansas princess, crazy mother trucker, undercover lover. Thick southern drawl, sexy swing and walk. Brother, she's all. And then it goes on with I should have shared it. I'm sorry, you guys. I should have shared that with you. I apologize. Oh my gosh. She ain't afraid to stay country, nothing but country. I'm sorry I can't play the music for you. They'll copyright strike me. I'll show them how a country girl does it one time now. Come on, music. Okay, so it's the chorus again. She's a homegrown, down to the bone. She's country. That was not cool, y'all. Not cool. Not cool. This has always bothered me. Let me share something. This has always bothered me. And I'll pull it up. This is WJHL Ainsley Daniels. However you want to say it, Ainsley Daniels.
Now to An Amber Alert that does remain active this morning, as today marks 1 year since Summer Wells disappeared from her Hawkins County home. News Channel 11 has been covering that case since law enforcement first began their search in the Beach Creek community 1 year ago today.
And our coverage not slowing down at all. News Channel 11 will have continuing team coverage all day of what's unfolded since then, including new interviews. But first, before we recount the day, Ansley Daniel walks us through who's who in the Summer Wells case.
Who's who in the Summer Wells case?
No one has been charged in the disappearance of the now 6-year-old little girl. There haven't been any leads and no tangible evidence on her whereabouts. But there are several people involved in Summer's life and now this case that you should know about. First, we have Summer's parents, Don Wells and Candace Bly. Together, they have 3 boys and Summer. Currently, Don is in jail for violating his probation stemming from a DUI charge. He's been on camera the most, but on the other hand, his wife hasn't been on camera much, just once with us and with Dr. Phil and a few times on YouTube. Last July, Child Protective Services removed Summer's older brothers from their home. According to Candace and law enforcement, they were the last to see the little girl. Their grandmother, Candace's mother, was also one of the last to see Summer, spending the entire day with her.
Now, we've got Candace, Dawn, the 3 boys, and Summer, right? And Grandma. You would think that these 3 adults, these 3 children, are the ones who are the most vested in Summer Wells' case. A person who, what would they gain? Summer coming home, right?
This is Rose Bly. She's Summer's aunt and hasn't been seen since 2009 when she went missing from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
And I suggest that y'all go listen to Sloan Bella. I have her on my, she's on one of my lives. I played her content a couple times just on Summer Wells. It's very interesting. She talks about generational trauma. She talks about so many things.
The Wells are Seventh-day Adventist, and they attended a church in Kingsport. Outside of her family, Summer is best known by church members, her Sunday school teacher, Robin Lane, and family friend, David Dotson. After Summer had been missing for several weeks, prayer circles were organized by community members like Timmy Etherton. And
Timmy Etherton. Okay. Weird duck. He's a weird duck.
Some of them were even attended by her family. Also helping the family, a private investigator, Chris Colball with CNC Investigations, along with...
And what has he learned? He has done an interview where he stated that he was not for the family, that he was for Summer Wells. Never talking about what they have found or anything.
With that, there's also a media manager. His name is Tim Mullen. Both are local. These people, along with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, and the FBI, and hundreds of searchers, all have the most vested interest in finding Summer. Here's the area of Hawkins County.
Why, I can see the searchers being vested. I can see Robin pretty much being vested because she, she was very close with Summer. I can see the family being vested. And I mean, can we say that we see Tim Mullins gaining something from Summer being home? Look at it like this. If Summer was ever found before she's classified as an adult, who would receive the rights to tell her story? Don would hand it right over to Tim Mullins. Tim Mullins becomes a PR manager for a missing child and starts this Amber Alert family scenario. Had asked another missing child's parents if they wanted him to be their PR manager. Don Wells befriended Tim Mullins very quickly, very, very quickly, and became best buddies with him very quickly. I don't really know what I would want to ask Robin some questions about David Dodson. And I think when David Dodson first did his interviews, I think he was pretty wary about what he was saying, right? But this is just my opinion. If you're going to put Tim Mullins and David Dodson up there, you need a picture of all of us. Right? We're all vested. For real.
Turn shipping to your advantage with greater affordability.
I'm just going to play this video real quick of JLR actually showing where Candace's uncle, I'll turn the closed captioning on. JLR took a trip down to Candace's uncle's. And he is a registered offender, doing horrific things to family. And look how far back this guy lives. I thought it was weird that someone who just got out of prison, or I don't know, he might have been in the, loony bin. I think they let him out of the loony bin. And JLR is going to show us where he lives. I appreciate the ride, JLR, but let's speed this up a little bit. Wait a minute. I don't want to get him lost. He's going to show us where he lives. I believe it's back there. JLR's showing us. Is that a boat back there? Look at that house. That's where Uncle Warren lives. That's where Uncle Warren lives. Right? So I've been on here 3 hours, y'all. I'm going to get off here. I will do a part 3 with Summer. Does anybody have anything that they want to add, or just tell me what you guys are thinking so far? I mean, actually starting to go over that timeline. Where do you feel like there's discrepancies in there? Because, he was transitioned into like a sober living. So you think that home is a sober living establishment? I don't know. I think JLR would have said, right? Yeah, it definitely could have. Thank you, Lisa Kleckner. I appreciate you. I do. Similar to a sober living. Well, he's looking like he's staying in comfort, right? So they're trying to keep him away from. Look how far out he lives. The state of Wisconsin did not even want Uncle Warren to be released at all. They said that he would be a danger. So do you think maybe that's why they stuck him out in the middle of nowhere? It's supposed to be a high security home for dangerous offenders. Didn't look like high security to me. It looked like a house sitting out there. Unless they had a lot of cameras and stuff. Yeah, well, that's a pretty nice halfway house, I must say. Wow. I'm surprised JLR didn't get out and knock on the freaking door. He gets out and stands right up there, though. JLR, he'll get you every time. Now, we do know that Uncle Warren was in prison or in the mental health facility at the time. So, but we'll get that. We'll get all that another time, you guys. I've kept you on here long enough. And I know it was kind of cray-cray. My mind's been kind of wandering the last couple days, so. Oh, thank you, Tinky Tink. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure that, I mean, you have to realize that this is a very small place and people do know other people. But Grandma Candy wasn't. She was right there at Ben Hill. I don't know. I mean, I've talked about her leaving and reasons she could have left. And, you know, there's many reasons she could have left. But I just don't understand with the, you know, it's like the small things. The small things, what I don't understand it being made a big deal out of. And, you know, does it make a difference if Dawn had the boys and took them back home at 9 o'clock? I don't know, because Don gave himself basically from 6:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night that he left for work, or in the morning, I'm sorry. So if you're, I mean, you're giving yourself even longer than that, because you got to go into account him driving to work. Okay. You got to put into account that he stopped for breakfast, his usual Burger King run. So how much time does that leave Dawn really unaccounted for that morning? anywhere from 6:30 until when? No one seemed to have a conversation with him, right? Until in the evening time, allegedly. And, you know, that's when his boss sees him. That's when other coworkers see him. Were they all packing up to get ready to go home? Possibly. I don't know. There's just so many questions that nobody's asking that they may not think they're important, but I always thought that they were important. But I'm sure law enforcement has asked them every question I thought to ask and more. But let me tell you, maybe Ansley Daniels might have went to church with Tim Mullins, but that didn't mean she liked him. I don't know. I'm just saying. For real. For real, for real. All right. Anybody want to add anything? Anyone at all? Let me know now. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about Sebastian Rogers' case. We're going to be talking about relatives of Katie Proudfoots, and I'm going to give my opinion on that. And I have so much stuff pulled up on all of that and the stepdad and, you know, things that he did and just relatives of Katie's. And we'll talk about it and we'll kind of go for there. I know, look how cute they are. They are the cutest ever. Can you believe those are babies? Bye, Angela. Thank you. I know a lot of people I wish I didn't know through church, praying, not judging. That's why I don't go to church, Corey. I don't want them coming for me. Thank you, Flies, for coming in. You know I'll be talking to you, girl. But I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Thanks for hanging out with me the last couple days because everything's been kind of cray-cray for me. And again, I'm going to say everybody who gave me well wishes and, you know, showed such a compassion for my dog. I appreciate that so much. That meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me. So I just want you guys to know that. And she'll definitely be missed. But she'll be sitting right here with me, just like when I did my lives. She would sit on my bed and look at me while I was doing my lives. I think she loved it. I put her on camera one time, and I think she was like, I ain't on camera. Why ain't you got me on camera again? For real. Alrighty. My daughter's texting me. We're going to hang out. I'm going to go hang out with Maddie because I love her. And so you guys have a great night. And yes, tomorrow I'm definitely going to get on. We're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers. I just have a lot to say with what's going on. And, you know, instead of, I'm pulling everything up on my own. So chances are that I don't know if I'll be even showing anybody else's content tomorrow. It just depends on what I find because I found so much now that, you know, I don't think I'll have to do that. But we'll see. You never know. I was responsible for my animals not to suffer. Oh, thank you, Poppy. It was really hard, but I don't think she wouldn't have made it. I wasn't going to watch her suffer. She was too sick. But let me tell you, with her being a pit, she was very strong. She was so strong-willed. So it was just sad to see her get sick and, you know, because it just happened. It seemed like it happened so fast. But maybe, you know, she was getting older and, you know, whether people want to believe it or not, pits actually, you know, you got to give them a lot of love and you have to take care of them. And, you know, at one time, because we never mated Rainy. We never let her have a litter of pups. You know, they say let them have a litter of pups. We never did that. And because of that, she ended up with problems. And I mean, she had to get a total hysterectomy. My dog had to get a total hysterectomy. And, you know, then the older she got, hip problems, you know, it was just one thing after another. But we loved her. We loved her for sure. So, okay, everybody, you have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, but it's going to be later in the evening. So just to let you know that it's not going to be an early live. I'll have to do it later on in the evening tomorrow, which would be nice because I never really go live later in the evening, but you know, I will do it tomorrow. So I'll get that scheduled and hopefully everybody will get their notification. But if not, I'm sure they'll see I'm live. So, but thank you, everybody. I do appreciate you. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.